Good morning, Thailand. My name is Alex.
And I'm Jay.
And we have some news updates for you from around the land of smiles today, this Friday, February 7th. Now, before we begin, please remember to subscribe to the channel to stay up to date on all things Thailand. And congratulations to us and everybody at the team here for hitting 200,000. Let's keep it going. Now, today, we'll be talking about a real estate scam in Hua Hin costing a couple millions of baht. The prospect of smoking making a comeback at Suvarnabhumi Airport. Ooh. And a little later, which of the ASEAN countries is now the top dog in tourism? But first, we are down to Mae Hong San, where 4 Israeli men have been fined for causing chaos at a hospital. That's right, 4 Israeli men were fined 3,000 baht each for causing a disturbance at Pai Hospital in Mae Hong San. They attempted to enter the emergency room without permission while their injured friend was being treated. When denied entry, they became disruptive, forcing security to remove them. Police charged them under Section 397 of Thailand's criminal law. Hospital staff reported repeated disrespect, refusal to follow medical instructions, smoking in the hospital, and evading fees. Locals also expressed frustration over their behavior and alleging illegal work and unlicensed motorcycle use. Apparently, it's not the first time as well. There's been a lot of chaos being caused by Israelis down in that area. So, they were being jerks, like very condescending to the staff, to the doctors that are just trying to help their friends.
Yeah.
Smoking in a hospital, like. Is nothing sacred, but
I mean, it just goes to show you could be a jerk from anywhere.
For sure, absolutely. I can only imagine what the comment section are going to look like on this one. But in any case, this is one of the things, right? We do these stories where we name the nationality so that in the hopes that it sort of shames the rest of the people representing that country into being on their better behavior. But yeah, don't worry, we'll be tackling some other nationalities behaving badly a little bit later as well.
There we go. We're moving on to our next story now, which is good news or bad news, depending on what you like to partake in life. Thailand's airport smoking ban faces controversy. Smoking in Thailand's airports? Well, the AOT, the airports of Thailand, is facing backlash for proposing the return of smoking rooms at Suvarnabhumi Airport, reversing a 7-year smoke-free policy. Health experts, including Dr. Nawarat, warned that this move could damage Thailand's global reputation and endanger public health. Studies have shown high levels of PM 2.5 pollution in Thai airports before the ban, posing risks to passengers and staff, while global trends push for 100% smoke-free airports. Thailand risks moving in the opposite direction. Advocates urge the government to prioritize health and maintain the country's smoke-free status. I wonder what reason they would have had to bring it back. I mean, yes, surely smokers are the only ones that complain.
Yeah. I don't know. Like it's a weird one to me that this would be a move sort of.
I know what will help. I know what will help more tourists or more revenue or anything. I mean, it's just a smoke room.
Right.
Do they think that people don't want to travel through Bangkok because there are no smoke rooms?
I mean, yeah, I think there's probably just a lot of people now coming from areas of the world where there is more smoking, right? Like Middle East. I think India has a lot of smoking as well, and other Southeast Asian countries have pretty lax laws when it comes to smoking. Indonesia, it's a big part of the culture too. So I'm not sure if it's there to cater to that a little bit, make it more comfortable for people that are traveling from those areas. But I think with the amount of pollution, this is probably not a good policy to enact. But I don't know. It's also weird to me. Have you ever been in one of those smoking rooms?
Yeah, in an airport. Yeah, I used to work at an airport.
Yeah, it is horrific. Like
it's like a hot box.
Right,
yeah.
You're in a little glass box of just other people's smoke. It's like ugh.
a lot of my friends who couldn't smoke on duty would just be like, I'm just gonna go in there, be in there for about 1 minute, come out just absolutely jacked,
reeking. Yeah.
Not even actually smoking, just taking it all in. But for a lot of people, like sometimes they even have 2 doors to stop the smell from really coming out. Personally, I didn't care. I don't smoke, so I was like, I don't care whether people smoke or not. That's their choice. Yeah, I don't like the smell, but whatever, like it is an addiction.
No,
and it's a legal addiction, so
I'm
let
with
people
you.
do what they want.
I'm a libertarian when it comes to like do whatever you want to your body, but and if they're keeping it like sequestered and like sealed off, well, I don't see too big of an issue, but controversy.
Because it's like
we'll see.
I feel like people generally have a problem with anything and everything. smoking, especially non-smokers, seem to have a problem with something that doesn't affect them. For example, like, let's say you're a smoker and I'm a non-smoker, and I'm like, ew, gross, cancer sticks, you should stop smoking. Where a lot of the times the smokers are like, how about you just leave me alone?
It gives some people the ick, but mind your own business. Yeah.
We've spoken about this topic for way too long.
Yeah. Well, let's move on then. Now, I have a horrifying story for the next one. I don't know what to make of this, and you guys let me know. I feel like there's a little bit of black magic involved, even.
Okay.
Some mummified infant bodies were found in a chilling Chiang Mai delivery. Police in Sakyao uncovered a horrifying package containing 2 mummified infant bodies bound for Chiang Mai. The sender, 47-year-old Chai, claimed he was acting for a self-proclaimed black magician named Pol, who admitted to purchasing the bodies for 10,000 baht. Guess they're coming cheap these days. Jesus. Pol allegedly planned to resell them to Chinese tourists for 30,000 baht. Authorities raided Pol's shop and are now investigating the origins of the corpses and potential human remains trafficking violations. The case has raised concerns over the illegal trade of human remains in Thailand. Yeah, I'd say so. Who's procuring these? Where is the market for this? What is the demand for? What are they using it for? I have so many questions.
I'm speechless. I mean, we live in such a crazy world. I'm trying not to swear, but we live in a crazy world with crazy people who just do disgusting things.
I'm just in my jaw was agape when I was reading this story, and I just can't imagine. Like, okay, were these infants killed for this? Were these just like infants that were miscarried or something like that? And then what could possibly be the purpose of using them? The guy is a self-admitted black magician, so it does appear that there's something occulty going on. But absolutely disgusting stuff.
Harrowing, man. Just makes you kind of like shiver.
Chills. I can't believe there's a market for that. Good God.
All right, for now, we're going to move on to our next story, which might be relevant to you. An American Thai couple loses 15 million baht in a Hua Hin property scam. Careful of property scams, an American man and his Thai wife lost 15.2 million baht in a Hua Hin property scam after a real estate firm sold their purchased land to another buyer. The couple, Patrick Flippen and Vipha Watney, paid in installments, only to later discover the land was sold under a redemption agreement that was never honored. After demanding a refund, they received 3 checks, 2 of which bounced. Now seeking justice, they refused to claim the house without land ownership. A legal advocate suspects fraud and is pushing authorities to take action. Ladies and gentlemen, do be careful on who you're dealing with when it comes to business, but especially if you're buying some property, guys, there's a lot of scammers out there, so go to reputable places like Fazwaz.
Yeah, it's a plug. Like, are they sponsoring the show now? But that's just completely like you took the money and then you still sold the property to somebody else, took that money, and now probably bolted. They're supposed to be repaying with checks. The checks are bouncing. As is suspected. So this couple is trying to do a media blitz and try to bring attention to it to sort of force the authorities' hands. Kind of sucks that that's what you have to do in order to get some traction on your legal case against them. But good luck to them. Hopefully they are able to at least recover some of the money. Scams everywhere.
Scams.
It's a bummer. Well, next we got classic Tiger tale.
Love it. Is it a snake on a plane?
It's a snake somewhere. Woohoo! Let's find out where. A 3-meter snake found stuck in Samut, Songkhram.
No.
A toilet.
It's been a while since we got one of these.
We got a snake in a toilet, everybody.
New fear unlocked.
It's been here for a while. A 3-meter long fish-eating snake was found stuck in a toilet at a home in Samut, Songkhram, requiring emergency services to break the toilet for removal. Hate wasting a good toilet. Firefighters safely extracted the snake and released it into the wild. The homeowner, unfazed, plans to use their house number 11/1 for the lottery. So, catch a lot of numbers, people. A firefighter urged residents to flush toilets before use to avoid similar encounters, warning that surprise snake incidents can lead to serious injuries.
Yeah, I was thinking, it's okay, it's a fish-eating snake, but then I thought, like, if you're a man sitting on that toilet and the snake saw something dangling, They might just think it's bait and just
Good
go.
God. Not the first time that's happened here in Thailand too. So yeah, there is
Every now and
precedent.
then you feel like you're safe, and then another snake in a toilet story comes out.
Oh, yep. Sorry, guys. That's first of the
why
year.
must you do this to me?
First
Why
of the
must
year,
you
I
do
believe.
this to me,
Like,
Alex?
come on. It's Thailand, baby. We gotta let you know when it's happening. But
All right.
yeah. Well, moving on.
All right, we're moving on to our next story, which is regarding foreigner sparks outrage for doing Thai-only job in Phuket. There are some jobs that are only meant for Thai nationals in Thailand. A viral video of a foreigner working as a masseur in Phuket has sparked outrage as Thai law reserves such jobs for locals to protect Thai wisdom and employment opportunities. Critics argue that allowing foreigners to take these roles threatens Thai traditions, while others note difficulties in hiring Thai workers due to wage demands and work conditions. Last year, 721 cases of foreigners working in prohibited jobs were reported. Violators face fines up to 50,000 baht and deportation, while employers risk higher penalties, jail time, and a hiring ban. Naughty, naughty.
Yeah, indeed. I will say, look, this is the guy in the video appears to be a middle-aged white man. Like that doesn't seem like your typical.
There'll be high demand for him. I don't know.
Pretty weird. I'm wondering if this was like actually like he needed the job, or if this was like a could be a foot fetish thing. I don't know. He's the owner. Oh, he's the owner.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. Okay, sorry. Okay, now I'm unduly labeling him a creep. My bad. But in any case, so he can own the massage shop, but he can't.
He has
Thai wife. Okay, cool. So all right, he was just trying to pick up the slack. Well,
I guess. I was like, yeah, they need an extra masseur. I don't know. I think so. This is a classic situation of someone complaining about them. So obviously, if you've ever been to Thailand, especially in like Phuket, there's a massage shop every 50 meters. And there's a 7-Eleven every 80 meters. So, I'm guessing the other massage shops got a bit, jealous. So they were like, hey, they're taking business away from us. And he's doing something illegal. He was doing something illegal.
Yeah, apparently.
You're not allowed to do it. There's certain jobs, like you can't, medical, you can't be you have to be a Thai doctor.
Tour guides.
Tour guides, that's right. What else?
Yeah.
Sorry? Hairdresser. There we go.
That's a weird one. I feel
That is a weird one, actually.
Let's say.
Masseuse as well. Thai traditional massages.
That one does feel a little more specific to Thai culture, right?
Yeah.
I mean, haircuts are pretty universal. But
Yeah. And I know that sometimes employers are going to complain about anything and everything. They're like, oh, I don't want to hire a Thai person because they're more expensive. Well, you need to hire a Thai person for a Thai traditional massage because it's also against the law to hire anyone else.
It's kind of the point, right? Is to make it to protect these wages and salaries for the Thai people. So, yeah, makes sense. Well, anyways, that'll do it for our Thailand section of the news, guys. We are now off to the rest of the ASEAN region. Our first stop is Cambodia. Now, a British journalist blacklisted in Cambodia is raising press freedom concerns in the country. Cambodia's Interior Ministry has blacklisted British journalist Gerald Flynn, citing visa issues, though Flynn argues it's retaliation for his investigative reporting on environmental issues. The move raises further concerns over press freedom under Prime Minister Hun Manet, who has continued his father's authoritarian crackdowns on critics. Other journalists in Cambodia have faced arrests, harassment, and even violence, with one killed while covering illegal logging. Press organizations and rights groups warn that media freedom in the country is deteriorating, with foreign and local journalists facing increasing intimidation. Well, this one hits home to me as someone working in the news industry, and I really, I do believe in freedom of the press. I believe in being able to, call out. It's the fourth pillar, right? Like it's the fourth estate, excuse me. But it's important that journalists are able to investigate and bring attention to issues that the people need to be aware about. And when it's in Cambodia, it has a lot to do with these illegal loggings, these environmental concerns, and the authorities there just don't even want to play the game. So they're arresting people, not letting people in. Curious to know what Cambodians think about this and the crackdown on the press. Please let us know in the comments. All right.
All right. We're going to move on to our next story, which takes us to Malaysia, as Malaysia's proposed rules for Muslims at non-Muslim events sparked controversy. Malaysia's proposed guidelines on Muslims attending non-Muslim events have sparked heated debate. The rules would require event organizers to seek approval from Islamic authorities and ban religious propaganda or performances that may offend Muslims. Critics argue the guidelines threaten national unity and could restrict interactions in a multiracial society, while supporters claim they are necessary to uphold Islam's position. The issue has drawn backlash from politicians, religious groups, and activists, with some calling for religious affairs minister's resignation. The guidelines are set to be finalized by the end of the month. That does sound strange. It's like, hey, you do you, let us do you. It's like, you're allowed to have an event, Alex, but you can only do it the way I allow you to do it.
Right. Like, so this is like, seeing, like, oh, yeah, exactly. I think you're totally right. It's, if I'm not a Muslim, like a church or something like that, why can I not do things the way that are according to my belief structure?
The color blue offends me. Please stop wearing this shirt from now on.
It's like, you don't have to come, right? Like, you don't have to, like, if this offends you, then don't come to it. And again, what are the questions of what is offensive or not?
Yeah.
So making things like everything is like...
There's only one true God.
That's exactly what's happening at the end of the day, is they're saying, like, you have to make everything Muslim appropriate, even if you are not Muslim.
How about,
so,
but then you can't ban Muslims from attending as well, because then that would be, against Islam.
Absolutely. I don't think you should ban them. I think it should be up to them. It's like a freedom of choice thing. If you are a more secular Muslim, you should do it. Like,
it should be like a consent form. If you consent to not being offended by our beliefs.
Yeah. Like, this is what's going down at the event. Are you cool? Okay, come on in. If not, then please go. Like, it's like it's what we do with movies, right? Like, here's a rating system. You know that there's going to be bad words or something like that. Don't go see the movie. It's that simple.
And again, look, this doesn't represent the entire Malaysia. I'm sure a lot of Malaysian people must be looking at this and going, we actually don't care. But like any religious country, there are also a lot of religious people who are very religious and are not open, and which is also okay. They live their life their own way.
Well, it's something that's
just gotta live and let live.
Sure, it's been on the increase in Malaysia. The influence of religious guidelines in their legal system. So this is just one more step in that direction. Highly controversial. I guess we'll see. Mendelik says, "Welcome, Alex, to do a comedy show in Malaysia with permission, allegedly." Yeah, now I'm a little bit nervous. I certainly won't be making fun of Islam, that's for sure. Now, let's move on to another Muslim majority country in Southeast Asia. We're on to Indonesia. Now, Indonesia's President Prabowo warns ministers to perform or be replaced. Heavy words coming from the president. Now, Prabowo Subianto, Indonesia's president, has warned ministers and government officials that they will be removed if they fail to perform their duties. Emphasizing his commitment to clean governance, Prabowo stated that he has zero tolerance for inefficiency and corruption. He urged officials to self-correct and prioritize national interests, warning that anyone obstructing policies aimed at benefiting the people will face consequences. His strong stance signals potential cabinet reshuffles to enforce accountability. Always unclear how these kinds of threats are what their actual intention are meant to be, as we don't know whether people are actually neglecting their duties or if this is just sort of like some way that the president can hold people accountable who are just not doing what he wants them to do. Well, I'm curious to know.
A lot of the times people in power make threats and don't actually do anything, and I've never understood that. But then again, then we have presidents that actually do the things they would. Like, for example, Rodrigo Duterte from Philippines. When he says he's going to do something, he's going to do it. And yeah, the whole world looks in shock and says, wow, this guy's crazy.
Yeah.
But at least when he makes a threat, you know he means it.
Well, this is something that in countries where sort of there's some democratic backsliding and there's more strong men sort of like coming to the forefront. I don't know if we could count that in Indonesia, but it's something that is a little concerning if there is actually teeth behind it, or if this is just some sort of rhetoric to try and like whip his party and people into line so that he can get more policies done. But I always just get nervous when do what I say, because what I say is good for the people. There should be some sort of debate about what is good. And there's always virtues and drawbacks to any policy that should be discussed. So just saying, do what I do what I say, is a little concerning to me.
Do Tam.
Hey,
All right.
good song.
We're gonna move on to our last story today. Tan liked it. We're gonna move on to our last story today, which is regarding Thailand reclaiming title as Southeast Asia's most visited country.
Woohoo!
Everyone wants to come to Thailand. Thailand has regained its position as Southeast Asia's most visited country in 2024, attracting 35.5 million foreign visitors after losing the title to Malaysia in 23. Malaysia followed with 25 million visitors, while Vietnam ranked in third at 17.5. Thailand's tourism boost was driven by visa-free programs for Chinese and Indian travelers. Other Southeast Asian nations, including Malaysia, Vietnam, and Cambodia, have also eased visa policies to stay competitive in attracting international tourists. Hooray! Bada bing, bada boom.
Pew, pew, pew. Yeah. I'm surprised that it ever lost. That Malaysia actually was able to take it in 2023. But yeah, anyways.
Yeah, because Thailand was actually quite good at easing the restrictions even after the pandy. But we've been talking about it for years. When will the tourists come back? Well, they're here now, and now we can start complaining about how many tourists there are here again.
Yeah, back to the good old days.
Yeah, baby.
That's
Like so many foreigners doing crimes. What do you expect?
Yeah, I mean, without them, what would we do, Jay? I don't think we'd have anything to talk about.
I know.
Behave yourselves. You don't want us.
Basically, two white guys.
Yeah,
that's what we are to the locals.
Fadangs, yeah, it's for sure. But you don't want us talking about you here on the on the channel. That's for sure.
I met a guy. I met a guy in the sauna yesterday, and he goes, "Hey, man, you know I'm a biker, right?" And I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "Yeah, if I die, can you please not report on me?" Foreigner dies while driving his BMW bike.
I mean, he's not going to have a lot of say in it at that point.
Yeah, true. That is true.
If it's
but
up
he
to
made
you
me
to honor.
promise. Yeah, he made me promise.
Yeah. Let's wrap up the show. I
Okay.
will say one last thing. My plug. Can I plug last chance? It is Friday. Today, February 7th. I can't do it when you're doing that. Today, February 7th, at 7:30 p.m., there are doors. 8 p.m., the show starts at Siam Design Hotel in Pattaya. I will be there with my good friend Philip Koo and our headliner, Charles the French.
Yes.
Putting on an amazing show. We have about we're gonna have like 60 to 70 people there already. We still have some tickets left to be sold online on Megatix. So if you're in the Pattaya area, you're looking for something fun to do tonight, go grab your tickets, and I will see you there.
There's 100 people watching right now. Let's say 10% of that are actually within Thailand right now. So let's say 10 people. Let's just go conservative 5.
Yeah.
If 5 people watching right now are in Bangkok or around the Pattaya area, if you each tell 2 people, then that's going to be a party tonight. Come on, let's make it happen, baby. Siam at Siam Hotel in Pattaya. Go support our boy, one Alexi Latour, doing his comedy show. Let's make it happen.
Much love. Thank you, Jay.
All right.
Yeah. Anyways, but that'll do it for our show. We'll get into the comments in a second. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it, ladies and gentlemen. Those are the stories from across Thailand and ASEAN. Now you can find more stories on thetiger.com, or you can go to
ASEANnow.com.
That's Thailand's largest forum. Let's dive into the live section.
Yeah, let's see what's happening.
And now it's time for the live section.
All right.